Hey everyone, it's Nate. Today I'm going to show you how to get free stuff while fixing your credit. Let's get it. Welcome back everyone. My name is Nate and I'm here to help you master your money. Today is going to be a follow-up to my very first video, which was about how to travel for free using credit cards. And I got a lot of feedback on that after I posted it. And what I found out was that quite a few people that watched that video don't actually have their credit in a position to be able to use some of the things that I talked about. And today, I'm going to help you fix that. So if you're young, or if you have no idea what credit is, or if you're trying to fix your credit because you broke it, well, this video is for you. It's going to help you out and provide you quite a bit of value. Having a good credit score is the absolute best way to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe to the channel, and maybe comment what your favorite credit card trick is. That'd be helpful too. But do that, it helps me out quite a bit. Thank you so much. But in all seriousness, having a good credit score really is a cheat code to life. Everything you buy is going to be cheaper if you have to finance it, and that's just going to help you out in the long term because you'll have to pay significantly less interest. That's quite simply what's going to happen from this. And the best way to go about building your credit when you have limited credit history or bad credit history is to use credit cards. So the reason that you want to do this is because the more accounts that you have open that you're using responsibly with credit, the more it is going to impact your account in a good way. So if you have one account you're making good payments on, why not add a few extra in there? Or if you're just starting out, let's get you a card that is going to help you be able to build a healthy credit history. So before I get into this, I'm going to go over a few vocabulary words and terms we're going to need to know to be able to get through this video. The first one is going to be 2x, 3x, 1x. When I say that, I mean 2 times, 3 times, 1 times, just simply that. The X stands for times. It's not a hard thing, but it's easier to say that for me. I'm bad at talking sometimes. So I use that as a little trick to get through these little points. Another thing we're going to be talking about is going to be cash back. So when you have a credit card and you spend money on it, sometimes a card company will give you a little reward back for using their card. So we call that cash back or points, depending on the card. But for this instance, we're talking about cash back. And cash back works simply like this. If you get 1x cash back, that means for every dollar you spend, you get a 1 cent refund from the credit card company. Now, this won't decrease everything you spend by 1%, but what it will do is it'll put a 1 cent credit into the account on your card so that if you want to use it as a refund directly to you, or you want to use it to decrease your credit card bill, you can do that. And like I mentioned earlier, you earn points in a very similar way. So say you have a 1x point reward rate, that means for every dollar you spend, you'll get 1 point back. Now, the cool thing about points is they're not exactly worth 1 cent. They vary from company to company. So for some companies, their points are worth about ½ cent each point, which is not the best, but it's better than nothing. And some points are worth upwards of 3 cents, depending on what card you have. And so as you build these up, you can actually exchange them for airline tickets, you can exchange them for cruises, and you can exchange them for hotels and a bunch of other different things. But these are really great because they are very, very valuable if exchanged for travel. One more thing we need to know is an annual fee. So to keep your card open, some credit card companies will charge an annual fee. Well, lucky for you, we won't have to worry about this in this video because all the cards that I'm talking about today have a $0 annual fee. But just so you know, an annual fee is what a credit card company will charge you to keep the account open and to offset some of the benefits they give you from the card. So now we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of this video, and I only say meat and potatoes because the crock pot's going and it's smelling quite good right now. I'm just joking around with you guys. We really are going to get started. So I'm going to count this down top 5 style, starting at number 5, which is a good card, and going to number 1, which is going to be, I think, the best card for working on building your credit. So starting at number 5, it is going to be the Discover It Secured card. Now this card is great because anyone can get it. Literally anyone. And I know someone's going to say, but Nate, I can't get this card because my credit is horrible. Well, it may be horrible, but they'll still accept you. The reason they're able to accept you is because there's one little caveat with getting this card. As part of opening the account, they require you to put a deposit down for what is going to be your credit limit. So the minimum for this card is going to be a $200 deposit to get a $200 credit limit. Now the cool thing is though, is that this is refundable once you graduate to a higher tier card. So say you go from a secured card, which this is, to a non-secured card, they will refund you the deposit in full. So this card is really great because it gives you a 2% cashback rate on the first $1,000 of purchases in the quarter. Typically, credit cards in this range don't give you any rewards back. So this alone is massive. And the fact that it's 2% is really incredible. And so if you go past your first $1,000 of spending, the 2% cashback goes to a 1% cashback rate, which is still really good considering the level of card this is. And like I mentioned earlier, this is going to be a 0 annual fee card, so you won't have to worry about any extra charges on this. So in the event that your credit score is like 5, this is a good card for you to start out with and start building your credit history. It is not the best card, but you have to start somewhere, and this is a really solid card to be able to do that with. Number 4 is going to be the American Express Blue Cash Everyday Card. Now, I know someone's going to be out there saying, but Nate, you can't have an American Express card in a first credit card owner's video. Well, we're doing that because you can get it. You can earn it. So for those of you who don't know, American Express, typically, they have very high tier cards. They're kind of known for having the fancy cards, if you will. And so having a good relationship with this credit card company can be very beneficial in the future. Starting out with a solid relationship with American Express can lead you to be getting their gold and platinum cards, which are very high tier, and they come with a lot of great benefits. But that's down the road. So for today, I'm just going to talk about what you can get in the near future, like in the next few months. This card is great because it earns 3% cash back on the first $6,000 of purchases at grocery stores. It gets 2% cash back at gas stations and 1% cash back on everything else. Additionally, it also has a $0 annual fee, and it also gives you back a $150 bonus cash back for spending $1,000 in the first 3 months of opening the card. This is an excellent card to open and keep long term, and I think it'll really provide a good relationship for you with this good card company. Coming in at number 3 is a very, very popular card, which I know quite a few people have and are going to be getting, and that is going to be the Discovered It Student Card. Now, I've heard quite a bit about this, but here's the gist of what this is. This card is primarily meant for younger people and those that are going to college and all that, and so what it has is it has a really generous 5% cash back option. And this cash back is on rotating categories. So what that means is one quarter it may be for grocery stores. The next it may be for gas stations, and the one after that it may be for restaurants. And so it varies from cycle to cycle, but you're going to be getting a really, really good 5% cash back on a lot of the stuff that you purchase. And aside from the 5% cash back rate, everything else you get outside of that bonus category is going to be at 1% cash back. But in my opinion, the best part about this whole card is its current intro offer. So if you get this card and you say you rack up $500 of cash back in the first year of you having the card, they will match all the cash back you earned. That's right, they will give you an additional $500, if that's what you earned, back for that first year. That is absolutely massive. If you go to look at the stock market and what things are doing there, I mean, you're getting a better return than some people are there. So that's really awesome, and kudos to you for doing that. So like I mentioned, this is a really solid starter card, and if you have newer credit or you have not super good credit, you can get approved for this card. If you're young, you can have a parent co-sign with this card, and that'll enable you to be able to get this, and it'll also help build your credit while building their credit too. Coming in at number 2 is the Capital One Quicksilver. Now, this is one of my favorite cards. I personally have this card, and if I do have it, I have it, and if I had it physically with me right now, I would show you, but I don't. And I'm sorry about that. But what I am going to do is tell you about its perks, benefits, and features. This card is a 1.5% cashback rate, flat rate across the board for everything you get. So it's like everything is 1.5% cheaper because of this cashback. It also has a very generous intro offer of $150 cashback bonus if you spend $500 in the first 3 months. Now, I don't know what your situation is. I don't know what your spending habits are like, but I think just about everyone out there could probably make $500 in 3 months happen. I just think that's happening. But the key is you don't want to go and spend anything extra to meet this thing. You want to do it in a responsible way. So if you only spend $50 a month that could be spent in a card, don't go beyond it just to meet the minimum spend. That's not a wise thing to do. Don't do that. This card is an excellent stepping stone from your very first card up to the tier 3 airline and hotel card. So if you're trying to build your credit on this journey, this is a really good stepping stone to get you to the next level. And again, like I mentioned earlier, it has no annual fee. Coming in at number 1 is the Citi Double Cash card. This is a very popular card, and it's made a lot of top 5, top 10, top everything lists for a reason. It is simple, it has an excellent cashback rate, and there's no annual fee. I mean, it's really an all-around, very well-rounded new credit card user card. That's simply it. The real perk of this card is not worrying about whether this quarter has a bonus for this spending category or that. It's just simply 2% cash back on everything you buy. So this is my list of the top 5 cards to get to build or repair your credit. So you can go with just one of these and work from there, but really it's going to help you out if you have multiple accounts open. And having a good mix of different experience with different credit card companies can greatly help you out down the road when you're applying for higher tier cards or possibly for loans for different things. So starting out and mixing things around and building a good base of cards that you can keep basically forever is going to help you out in the long term. So there are a couple reasons why I picked the cards that I did for this video. One of them is having no annual fee, so basically you can keep it open indefinitely and it won't cost you anything extra. Also having very favorable cashback terms. And number 3, having a good mix of different companies for you to work with to build your credit from. With the way that credit is calculated, having a bunch of accounts open in good standing and being responsibly used, it will increase your credit score significantly quicker than if you have just 1 or 2 accounts open. So if you've gotten this far in the video, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. I know that this is a lot to digest, and I know it's not the easiest material to stay entertained with. I try to make it as fun as I can. So if you guys have any input on anything you may like to see, anything you don't like about what I say, or if you just want to say, I hate your face, just leave a comment below. I'll read it and I'll respond to every single one. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe. I'm very, very close to hitting an awesome milestone, which is going to be 1,000 subscribers. Once I reach that, YouTube will actually pay me for my videos. It sounds crazy. I just started like 5 weeks ago, and I'm already almost getting monetized. So if you could help me get there just by smashing the little red button, it's just right there. Please do it. It would really help me out. Yeah. And also just to share my heart with why I do what I do, really it is for financial education. I've seen there's a lot of gaps in what people know. Like a lot of people, I work as an accountant and I consult and work with people who are well into their 50s and 60s and have no idea about a lot of the baser finance tips and tricks and things that people should know. And my hope is really to make it significantly more easy for people to know these things and to break it down in a way where just about anyone can absorb it. So with that being said, I just want to say that I appreciate each and every single one of you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye.